Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin by clarifying what positive thinking really means. Many people think of positive thinking as simply putting on a smile, pretending that everything is okay, or ignoring the difficult parts of life. But that's not the essence of what positive thinking is about. Positive thinking is not about ignoring challenges or pretending that difficulties don't exist. Life is full of ups and downs. No one can escape that reality. But how we respond to those challenges makes all the difference. True positive thinking is about focusing on solutions rather than problems. It's about asking yourself, what can I learn from this situation, or what's the next step I can take to improve this, instead of dwelling on the obstacles. Positive thinkers focus their energy on how to move forward. They train their minds to seek opportunities even in difficult circumstances. In other words, positive thinking is about believing in possibilities. It's about cultivating a mindset that assumes no matter how tough things get, there is always a way forward, there's always a path that leads to growth. It's a mindset that says, I may not have all the answers right now, but I trust that I can figure it out. It's about believing in your own ability to adapt, learn, and overcome. Positive thinking encourages us to view setbacks as opportunities for growth. When things go wrong, it's easy to fall into a negative spiral, feeling defeated, questioning your abilities, or losing confidence. But with a positive mindset, you see setbacks not as roadblocks, but as chances to learn, adapt, and become better. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger, more knowledgeable, and more resourceful. Every time you face a difficult situation, you are not just facing a problem, you are facing an opportunity to expand your abilities and your resilience. A positive mindset helps you reframe challenges as stepping stones, not barriers. It allows you to extract lessons from every setback, making each one a powerful part of your journey, rather than an interruption to it. The key to positive thinking is not about denying the difficulties of life, but rather about choosing to approach them with a mindset of hope, possibility, and action. It's about refusing to let fear or negativity control you, and instead choosing to see the potential for growth and transformation even in the most difficult circumstances. Your mindset is one of the most powerful tools you have in shaping both your personal and professional life. In fact, the way you think is the lens through which you interpret the world, and it directly influences how you act, how you respond to challenges, and ultimately how you achieve your goals. Your thoughts create your reality. The beliefs you hold about yourself, your potential, and the world around you form the foundation of everything you do. If you believe you are capable of overcoming obstacles, you'll approach challenges with confidence and determination. But if you believe you are destined to fail or that obstacles are insurmountable, your actions or lack of them will reflect that belief. In essence, your mindset shapes your perception of reality, and in turn, your perception shapes your actions. This is why a positive mindset is so crucial. It influences not only how you view the world, but also how you engage with it. When you adopt a mindset that expects success, seeks opportunities, and believes in personal growth, you begin to act in ways that are aligned with those beliefs. You begin to take actions that move you closer to your goals, rather than being paralyzed by doubt or fear. Imagine two people are faced with the same challenging situation, say a difficult project at work or an obstacle in their personal life. One person sees the challenge as an opportunity to grow, believing that overcoming it will make them stronger and more capable. The other person sees the challenge as a roadblock, a sign that they are not cut out for the task. The first person, with a positive, growth-oriented mindset, will likely take proactive steps to solve the problem, seek help when needed, and push through until they find a solution. The second person, on the other hand, might become discouraged, procrastinate, or even give up altogether. In this example, the external situation, the challenge itself, was the same. What made the difference was the mindset with which each person approached the situation. A positive mindset enables you to see possibilities where others see limitations. It allows you to embrace challenges with enthusiasm instead of fear, and to turn obstacles into stepping stones rather than barriers. This idea isn't just theoretical. There is a wealth of research in psychology, particularly in the field of neuroplasticity, which shows that our brains are incredibly adaptable. The more we practice positive thinking, the more we can rewire our brains to default to optimism, resilience, and creative problem solving. When we believe in our ability to grow and succeed, we activate the areas of our brain responsible for perseverance and motivation. But when we believe in failure, we reinforce neural pathways that keep us stuck in negative patterns of thinking and behavior. In fact, this concept is at the heart of what psychologists call the growth mindset, a term coined by Carol Dweck. People with a growth mindset believe that abilities and intelligence can be developed over time through effort, learning, and persistence. They don't see setbacks as signs of their inability. Instead, they see them as opportunities to learn and improve. People with a fixed mindset, on the other hand, believe that their abilities are set in stone, that they're either good at something or they're not. They are more likely to avoid challenges or give up easily when things get tough. Your mindset, then, is a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you think you are capable of achieving something, you are more likely to put in the work, stay motivated, and ultimately succeed. But if you think you are destined to fail, your actions will often align with that belief, and you may self-sabotage without even realizing it. This is why it's so important to cultivate a mindset that supports your goals, one that believes in your ability to learn, grow, and overcome challenges. Your mindset is the foundation for success. If you change the way you think, you change the way you act. And when you change the way you act, you change the outcomes in your life. One of the most powerful ways that positive thinking shapes our lives is by enhancing our resilience, our ability to bounce back from setbacks, persevere through challenges, and keep going even when the road gets tough. Resilience isn't something that comes naturally to everyone. It's a trait that can be developed and strengthened through practice. And the key to building resilience is optimism, the belief that no matter what happens, we can adapt, learn, and grow. In life, we all face adversity. Whether it's personal loss, professional setbacks, health challenges, or unexpected changes, no one is exempt from facing difficult moments. But what separates those who thrive from those who falter is often how they approach those challenges. Optimism doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending that things are fine when they're not. Rather, it means choosing to focus on solutions and the possibility of improvement, instead of being overwhelmed by the negative aspects of a situation. Positive thinking boosts resilience by shifting our focus from failure to growth. It's easy to feel defeated when things don't go as planned. We might tell ourselves, "I failed," or "I'm not good enough." But when we approach setbacks with an optimistic mindset, we reframe failure as an opportunity for learning rather than as a final judgment on our abilities. Instead of dwelling on the mistake or the setback, we begin to ask ourselves questions like, "What can I learn from this?" Or "How can I improve moving forward?" By asking the right questions, we take control of the situation and begin the process of bouncing back. Take, for example, the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before her books became the global phenomenon they are today, Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers. She was a single mother living on welfare, facing significant personal struggles, and she could have easily given up. Yet she chose to see those rejections not as personal failures, but as part of the journey toward her eventual success. Her resilience was fueled by the belief that every no was one step closer to a yes, and she maintained her focus on her goal, believing that if she kept trying, she would eventually find the right publisher. This kind of mindset doesn't make the pain of failure or difficulty go away. What it does is empower you to keep moving forward. Resilience isn't about never feeling the sting of disappointment. It's about choosing to keep moving, even when things don't go according to plan. When we stay positive, even in the face of failure, we build mental toughness. We develop the ability to recover quickly, to adapt, and to keep our focus on the long-term goal, rather than getting bogged down by temporary setbacks. Research has shown that optimistic individuals are more likely to recover from trauma and adversity than those with a pessimistic outlook. Optimism allows us to maintain a sense of hope, which fuels perseverance. When we see setbacks as temporary and solvable, we are more likely to take constructive action and find solutions that bring us closer to our goals. Conversely, those who are pessimistic tend to ruminate on the negative aspects of a situation, which can lead to a feeling of being stuck, unable to move forward. For example, imagine someone who has just lost their job. A pessimistic person might immediately think, "I'll never find another job. I'm just not good enough," which can lead to feelings of hopelessness and inaction. In contrast, someone with an optimistic mindset might think, "This is a setback, but it's not the end. What can I do to improve my skills and increase my chances? How can I turn this into an opportunity for something better?" This shift in thinking can make all the difference in how they approach their job search and ultimately lead to better outcomes. Optimism fosters an active response to adversity. Instead of feeling like a victim of circumstance, those with an optimistic outlook take proactive steps to regain control. This is crucial for resilience because when we take action, we reduce feelings of helplessness and rebuild our confidence. Whether it's by reaching out for support, seeking new opportunities, or simply making a plan, optimism propels us into action, and action is the antidote to helplessness. Furthermore, resilience isn't just about bouncing back from big, life-altering events. It's also about how we handle the small, everyday setbacks. Whether it's a disagreement with a friend, a missed deadline at work, or an unexpected inconvenience. Each of these moments requires a level of resilience. The more we practice responding with a mindset of growth and possibility, looking for the lesson or the opportunity in every situation, the stronger our resilience becomes. The habit of optimism grows with practice. The more you choose to focus on solutions, on learning, and on moving forward, the easier it becomes to face challenges with an open mind and a positive attitude. Ultimately, resilience is about knowing that you have the ability to recover and that you will get through the tough times. Optimism helps you maintain that belief. It's the constant inner voice that reminds you this is hard, but I am capable of handling it. This moment does not define me. I am growing stronger, and I will emerge better on the other side. The great innovators and leaders in history understood this truth well. Take Thomas Edison, for example. Edison is often quoted as saying, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." For him, failure wasn't an indication that his ideas were wrong or that he was incapable. Instead, each failure was a step closer to discovering what would work. What Edison's example shows us is that failure is not something to be avoided, it is something to be used. By maintaining a positive, growth-oriented mindset, we can learn from failure and refine our ideas, our strategies, and our approaches. Every failure carries a lesson, a piece of valuable feedback that, if we are open to it, will guide us towards success. The key is to see failure as feedback rather than as defeat. It's about asking, what can I learn from this? How can I improve next time? In fact, many of the world's most successful people have failed spectacularly before finding success. Walt Disney was told that he lacked creativity and was fired from his first job at a newspaper. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Steve Jobs was ousted from the very company he founded, only to return years later and revolutionize the tech world once again. These are all examples of individuals who didn't let failure define them. Instead, they embraced it as part of the process, and each time they failed, they used that experience to propel them forward. If they had listened to the voices of failure, if they had let each rejection or setback stop them, they would have never reached the heights they did. But because they chose to see failure as a stepping stone, they not only learned more about their craft, but also developed the resilience and persistence necessary to achieve their ultimate vision. They used failure to fuel their drive, refine their purpose, and sharpen their focus. This is exactly what a positive mindset enables us to do. It allows us to reframe failure. Instead of letting it derail us or define us, we can use it to build us. A positive thinker doesn't see failure as a reflection of their abilities or potential. Instead, they see it as a temporary setback that is part of a bigger journey toward success. This mindset allows us to persist through the challenges because we know that every failure is just another lesson and another opportunity to grow. Think of how often we see in the media stories of entrepreneurs, athletes, or artists who have faced enormous obstacles. Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for TV early in her career, and she faced many personal and professional setbacks before becoming a global icon. Elon Musk had to overcome multiple near failures with Tesla and SpaceX, including the brink of bankruptcy before finally achieving success. These individuals didn't let failure defeat them, they used it as momentum to drive them towards success. Failure, in their minds, was simply feedback, not a final destination. In the same way, we can choose to respond to failure with optimism and perseverance. A positive mindset means that failure doesn't have the final word. Instead, it's just a part of the path. And every time we get back up, we are one step closer to our goal. Each failure is a lesson learned, a way forward discovered. Think about it when you've learned to walk. You didn't get it right the first time. You fell, got up, tried again, and eventually found your balance. The same applies to any skill, project, or goal in life. Whether it's building a business, pursuing an artistic endeavor, or mastering a sport, failure is an inevitable part of the learning curve. The more you fail, the more you are learning, growing, and improving. Now, I'm not suggesting that we should go looking for failure or that we should be reckless in our actions, but I am suggesting that we should not fear failure. When we allow ourselves to fail without judgment, we free ourselves to take risks, try new things, and experiment without the paralyzing fear of not being good enough. In fact, we learn more from our failures than from our successes. The road to success is built on the foundation of failure, and the more we embrace that truth, the more confident we can be in our ability to reach our goals. To embrace failure as a stepping stone is to embrace resilience, growth, and progress. When you approach failure with this mindset, you can learn faster, improve more quickly, and ultimately achieve greater success. Remember, the road to mastery is paved with mistakes, revisions, and adjustments, not perfection. So don't shy away from failure. Welcome it, learn from it, and above all, keep going. A positive mindset is one of the most powerful catalysts for creativity. It's not just about thinking happy thoughts or being overly optimistic. It's about creating the mental space where ideas can flow, where new possibilities can emerge, and where the barriers of self-doubt and fear of failure don't hold you back. A positive mindset encourages open thinking, curiosity, and experimentation, which are all essential components of the creative process. At its core, creativity requires us to think beyond the obvious and to imagine things that don't yet exist. It's about seeing connections between seemingly unrelated ideas and envisioning solutions that might not be immediately apparent. However, for many of us, our inner critic, the voice that says that idea is too risky or that won't work, can easily stifle creativity. It's easy to feel restricted by doubts or the fear of making a mistake. This is where a positive mindset comes in. When you adopt a positive mindset, you create a mental environment that fosters exploration, open-mindedness, and risk-taking. You free yourself from the fear of failure, which is often the greatest inhibitor of creativity. Instead of worrying about whether an idea will be good enough, you give yourself the freedom to experiment, explore, and fail forward. You recognize that failure isn't the end, it's simply part of the process of finding something that works. Think about some of the world's greatest innovators, people like Albert Einstein, Steve Jobs, and Walt Disney. They were not afraid to think differently, to push boundaries, or to explore ideas that others might have dismissed as impractical or impossible. Einstein famously said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." He didn't limit himself to the conventional. He allowed his mind to wander, to question the status quo, and to pursue creative solutions that changed the world. Similarly, Steve Jobs built Apple by thinking outside the box and pushing creative limits, never being satisfied with what already existed, but always seeking to innovate and improve. The key to fostering creativity is to shift from a mindset of limitation to one of possibility. A positive mindset encourages us to believe that, with enough effort and ingenuity, we can come up with new ideas and make them work. When we embrace the idea that we can learn and grow through creative trial and error, we remove the pressure to be perfect and open ourselves to the creative breakthroughs that often arise from experimentation and iteration. For example, let's take a look at brainstorming sessions, whether it's in a corporate setting, a classroom, or even among a group of friends. A positive, open mindset is essential for the success of these sessions. When participants feel encouraged to contribute without judgment, they are more likely to share bold, unconventional ideas. On the other hand, if people feel they will be criticized or dismissed for their suggestions, creativity is often stifled. This is why it's so important to foster a culture of acceptance, curiosity, and openness in creative environments. When we approach brainstorming with a mindset of, let's see what's possible, rather than this idea could fail, we open the door to more creative, out-of-the-box solutions. Moreover, a positive mindset doesn't just enhance the quantity of ideas, it can also improve the quality. When you approach a creative challenge with the belief that there is a solution, you are more likely to stay persistent and find innovative ways to tackle it. When faced with roadblocks, instead of becoming discouraged, a positive mindset drives you to approach the problem from different angles. You become more resourceful, finding alternative routes to your goal, whether that's trying new methods, collaborating with others, or rethinking your approach entirely. Another powerful aspect of positive thinking is that it fuels collaboration, an often overlooked but critical element of creativity. When we approach teamwork with an open and positive mindset, we're more likely to listen to others' ideas, build on them, and create something truly collaborative and innovative. When everyone in the group feels safe to share their thoughts without fear of judgment, the creative potential multiplies. The best creative ideas often arise when multiple perspectives come together, and a positive, open mindset allows that diversity of thought to flourish. In fact, studies have shown that positive emotions have a direct impact on our ability to think creatively. Research by psychologist Barbara Fredrickson suggests that positive emotions widen our thought-action repertoires, meaning that when we feel good, whether through laughter, excitement, or joy, we are more likely to engage in flexible, creative thinking. Positive emotions encourage us to take risks, break free from rigid thinking patterns, and approach problems with curiosity rather than fear. This is why when you approach a creative challenge with optimism, you're not just more likely to generate more ideas, you're more likely to generate better ideas because you are thinking expansively and allowing your mind to wander beyond traditional constraints. To put it simply, creativity thrives when we let go of fear, failure, fear of judgment, fear of making mistakes. A positive mindset encourages us to take those fears and use them as stepping stones toward better ideas. If we embrace the process of trial and error, understanding that creative breakthroughs often come from mistakes or unexpected turns, we will be more likely to push the boundaries of what's possible. In your own life, whether you're working on a personal project, brainstorming at work, or trying to solve a problem, remember that creativity isn't something reserved for artists or inventors alone. It's a skill that each of us can cultivate. And a positive mindset is the fuel that drives that creativity. When you believe that you have the potential to come up with new ideas, that you can take risks, and that failure is simply part of the journey, you unleash the full power of your creativity. Optimism is a powerful tool when it comes to problem solving. When you believe that a solution is possible, you are more likely to approach challenges with a sense of curiosity, creativity, and confidence, all of which are essential ingredients for finding effective solutions. Optimism doesn't just make you feel good, it shapes the way you think, helping you to be more proactive and resourceful in the face of obstacles. Think about a time when you faced a difficult problem. Perhaps you were working on a project at work, dealing with a personal challenge, or navigating a setback in your life. If you approached that challenge with the belief that there was no way out, that the situation was impossible, it's likely that you would have become overwhelmed, discouraged, or even paralyzed by doubt. But if instead you approached it with the belief that there was a way forward, that a solution was out there, your mindset would have been radically different. You would have been more likely to take initiative, to think of creative approaches, and to stay focused on finding a solution rather than being consumed by the problem itself. Optimism gives you the belief that challenges are solvable, and that belief itself drives action. When you maintain a positive mindset, you are more inclined to think proactively. Instead of becoming stuck in a loop of why is this happening to me? Or this is too hard, you shift your focus to what can I do about this, or how can I turn this situation into an opportunity? This shift is not just a mental change, it leads to concrete actions that help you solve problems more effectively. Consider the way successful entrepreneurs approach business problems. Take Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, as an example. Blakely started her company with a $5,000 investment, no background in fashion, and no connections in the industry. Along the way, she faced countless setbacks, from rejections by manufacturers who told her it wouldn't work, to skepticism from retailers. Yet, rather than viewing these obstacles as barriers, Blakely saw them as challenges to be overcome. She embraced the mindset of optimism, believing that with enough persistence and creative thinking, she could find a way forward. Her belief that a solution existed, no matter how difficult, pushed her to explore unconventional paths and ultimately transform her idea into one of the most successful brands in the world. The reason optimism is so critical to problem solving is that it fosters mental flexibility. When we believe there is always a solution, we become more open to exploring different approaches. Optimistic problem solvers don't limit themselves to one fixed way of thinking. They look at the problem from multiple angles, consider alternative solutions, and brainstorm new possibilities. This mindset fosters creativity, enabling you to come up with innovative ideas that you might not have thought of if you were focused solely on the problem or the barriers. A positive mindset also makes it easier to stay resilient when things don't go as planned. Problems rarely follow a linear path, and setbacks are common when trying to solve complex challenges. If you are a pessimist, you may interpret each setback as a confirmation that the solution is unattainable, causing you to give up or lose momentum. But if you're an optimist, each failure becomes a learning opportunity, a clue that gets you closer to the right solution. Instead of seeing the obstacle as the end of the road, you see it as a detour or a lesson to be applied toward your next attempt. For instance, think about Thomas Edison again. When he was inventing the light bulb, he faced countless failures. But his mindset wasn't, this is too hard or I'm a failure. Instead, he saw each attempt as a way to get closer to success. He famously said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. This optimistic perspective allowed him to keep experimenting, keep tweaking, and eventually find the right combination of materials that would lead to the invention of the light bulb. Had Edison been discouraged by early failures, he might have abandoned his efforts entirely. But his belief that a solution was always possible kept him moving forward, and it's that kind of optimistic persistence that leads to breakthroughs. Moreover, optimism helps you stay calm under pressure, which is crucial for effective problem solving. When a challenge arises, it's easy to become overwhelmed by emotions like fear, frustration, or anxiety. These emotions can cloud your judgment, impair your creativity, and make it harder to think clearly. But when you maintain a positive mindset, you are more likely to approach the problem with a sense of calm and clarity. You're better able to make thoughtful decisions, weigh your options, and consider the best course of action rather than reacting impulsively. This ability to stay calm and focused also helps with team collaboration and problem solving. If you're working on a team to solve a problem and one person is pessimistic or discouraged, it can bring down the entire group's morale and momentum. But if everyone on the team approaches the problem with optimism and a proactive attitude, the group as a whole will be more motivated to think creatively and collaborate effectively. Positive thinking can be contagious. It inspires others to adopt a similar approach, creating an environment where everyone is focused on solutions and progress. At the core of it all, a positive mindset helps you stay solution-oriented. Optimists tend to focus on what's possible, not what's wrong. They keep their attention on the next step, not the entire mountain. They break down big problems into manageable tasks, focusing on one solution at a time. This solution-focused approach makes it easier to stay productive, make steady progress, and ultimately overcome the challenges you face. When you believe that solutions exist and that you have the ability to find them, you approach each problem with a sense of confidence, curiosity, and persistence. Optimism transforms challenges into opportunities for growth. Instead of shrinking from difficulties, you tackle them head-on, knowing that with patience, creativity, and a proactive mindset, you can find your way to success. One of the most transformative aspects of positive thinking is its ability to foster a can-do attitude, a mindset that empowers you to take action, overcome challenges, and keep moving forward no matter what obstacles you encounter. This mindset is rooted in the belief that no matter how difficult a situation may seem, there is always a way forward and you have the ability to find it. Attitude is more than just feeling optimistic. It's about believing in your ability to tackle problems head-on, take initiative, and persist even when the going gets tough. When you adopt a positive mindset, you shift your focus from what could go wrong to what could go right. Instead of being paralyzed by fear or doubt, you develop the confidence to move past your fears and take the first step, even if you don't have all the answers yet. A can-do attitude isn't about having all the solutions, it's about having the courage to begin and the determination to keep going. For instance, think about entrepreneurs who start their businesses with little to no resources. They face countless uncertainties, financial risks, market competition, potential failure, and yet they persist because they believe in their ability to make things happen. Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, is a great example of this mindset. She started her business with $5,000 and faced numerous rejections from manufacturers who didn't think her idea for a new kind of shapewear would sell. But rather than giving up, Blakely's can-do attitude drove her to keep going, to find new manufacturers, refine her product, and believe in her vision despite the hurdles. Today, Spanx is a multi-billion-dollar brand. A can-do attitude doesn't ignore the challenges or the hard work required. Rather, it focuses on the possibilities. When you approach a task with the belief that you can make progress and you are capable of figuring things out, you're more likely to take decisive action. And once you take action, you create momentum that drives you forward. This momentum is crucial because the longer we wait to act, the more the problem or task can feel insurmountable. But when you adopt a positive mindset, you tackle things one step at a time, and as you make progress, the challenge becomes more manageable. A powerful part of the can-do attitude is persistence. Challenges are inevitable, and setbacks are a part of every journey. But how you respond to those setbacks determines whether you will succeed or not. Optimism helps you maintain your motivation when things don't go according to plan. It empowers you to view each setback not as a reason to quit, but as an opportunity to learn, adjust, and reassess your strategy. Take J.K. Rowling, for example. Before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, Rowling was living as a single mother on welfare, struggling to make ends meet. Her manuscript was rejected by 12 publishers before finally being accepted by Bloomsbury, who decided to take a chance on her book. If Rowling had been discouraged by those early rejections or allowed negative thinking to take over, the world would have missed out on one of the most beloved literary franchises in history. But instead, she maintained her can-do attitude, believing that her story had value and that eventually she would find the right publisher. Taking action in the face of adversity is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. When you have a can-do attitude, you don't wait for the perfect circumstances to act. You understand that the perfect time will never come. There will always be risks, uncertainties, and obstacles. But you are empowered by the belief that you can handle them. The key is to start, even if it's with small steps. Once you begin, your mind starts to open to new possibilities, and you'll find that solutions often emerge along the way. This can-do attitude is contagious as well. When you maintain a positive, proactive approach, you inspire others around you to do the same. Whether you're leading a team, collaborating with others, or facing a personal challenge, the attitude you bring to the table affects the group dynamic. People are drawn to positivity. They become energized by your determination. And this collective energy creates a culture of action, problem solving, and resilience. A team that believes in its ability to overcome challenges and take on new projects is far more likely to succeed than a team that is bogged down by doubts or negative thinking. The can-do attitude also plays a crucial role in breaking through mental barriers. When you face a challenge, it's easy to get stuck in your own head, overthinking every detail and wondering if you're capable. A positive mindset helps you to shift your focus from doubt to action. And from what if I fail to what can I try next. Optimism is the tool that helps you quiet the inner critic and drown out the negative voices telling you it's impossible. When you believe that success is possible, your brain becomes more resourceful, more creative, and more focused on finding solutions rather than dwelling on problems. For example, let's say you're working on a complex project at work and things aren't going as planned. There may be delays, unexpected complications, or a sense that progress is slower than you'd hoped. A can-do attitude encourages you to focus on what you can control, to adjust your approach, and to keep pushing forward. Instead of saying, "This is too much," you ask yourself, "What's the next step? What can I do today to move this forward?" This shift in thinking creates a sense of empowerment and ownership, which not only helps you continue making progress, but also strengthens your belief in your ability to succeed. A can-do attitude also plays a significant role in how we deal with setbacks. Instead of feeling defeated by failure, you see it as just a part of the process. Obstacles are not permanent roadblocks. They are temporary detours that you can navigate around with determination and ingenuity. The can-do attitude is all about believing that you are capable of overcoming challenges, no matter how difficult they seem at first. It's a reminder that every setback is just a setup for a comeback. In the end, a can-do attitude is about more than just taking action. It's about having the confidence to keep moving forward even when things get tough. It's about persisting in the face of adversity, embracing challenges with enthusiasm, and believing that with each step you are moving closer to success. With optimism and a can-do mindset, there is no challenge too great, no setback too severe, and no obstacle too daunting. You have the power to keep going, to keep growing, and to keep achieving. A positive mindset is not just a personal asset. It has the power to create a ripple effect, influencing the people around you and creating a culture of optimism, resilience, and motivation. When you adopt a positive outlook, your energy, actions, and words can inspire and uplift others, encouraging them to adopt a more optimistic and proactive approach in their own lives. This isn't just about making others feel good. It's about empowering them to see new possibilities and take action, just as you have done for yourself. Think about how energy works in a group. Whether it's in a workplace, a family, or a community, people tend to mirror the attitudes and behaviors of those around them. Positivity is contagious. When you radiate optimism, you create an environment where others are more likely to adopt that same mindset. If you approach challenges with a can-do attitude, others will be more likely to do the same, seeing challenges as opportunities rather than insurmountable obstacles. This ripple effect is especially powerful in a leadership context. Leaders who model positivity, whether in the boardroom, the classroom, or in any other capacity, are able to inspire and motivate those they lead. Positive leaders are more likely to encourage collaboration, take risks, and face challenges with confidence. In turn, their teams adopt these behaviors, creating a feedback loop of success. The leader's optimism sets the tone for the group, and as the group responds with greater enthusiasm and effort, the leader becomes more encouraged and energized, creating a cycle of continuous positivity and achievement. Take the example of Martin Luther King Jr. His positive vision for a just and equal society inspired millions to follow him. His words, rooted in optimism for a better future, motivated people from all walks of life to stand up for their rights, to march in the face of adversity, and to work towards a common goal of justice and equality. King didn't just lead through action, he led through the power of his vision and positivity, which radiated outwards, drawing others in and encouraging them to believe that change was not only necessary but possible. In a more everyday context, think about a colleague who approaches their work with a positive attitude. Their enthusiasm and "let's make this happen" mindset can be incredibly motivating. Their positivity can push you to tackle challenges you might have otherwise avoided or approached with hesitation. When that person celebrates small wins, reframes obstacles as learning experiences, and encourages others, it has a transformative effect on the group dynamic. People feel supported, motivated, and inspired to do their best work. Optimism fosters a sense of camaraderie, turning individual efforts into collective progress. The ripple effect of positivity isn't limited to professional environments. It also plays a huge role in our personal relationships. When we approach challenges in our relationships with patience, understanding, and optimism, we invite others to do the same. Positive communication, encouragement, and empathy create an atmosphere where conflict resolution becomes easier, cooperation becomes natural, and people feel safe to express themselves. Think of the way positivity strengthens friendships, builds trust in partnerships, and fosters supportive family dynamics. In moments of difficulty, it is often the most optimistic individuals who keep the group grounded, offering hope and perspective, and helping everyone to move forward. Consider how the ripple effect works in a classroom. Teachers who approach their students with enthusiasm, positivity, and a belief in their potential inspire the same mindset in their students. When students see their teacher staying calm under pressure, staying solution-focused, and offering constructive feedback rather than criticism, they are more likely to adopt the same attitude in their own learning. In classrooms where positivity is modeled, students are more engaged, more confident in their abilities, and more likely to take initiative in their studies. A teacher's positive mindset not only shapes the academic success of their students, but also their emotional and social development. In workplaces, this ripple effect is powerful when it comes to team dynamics. Teams that adopt a positive, solution-oriented mindset tend to work better together. When one team member remains optimistic and keeps encouraging the group, it lifts everyone's spirits and helps the team to stay focused on goals, even when obstacles arise. Conversely, when negativity spreads through a team, it can create a toxic atmosphere where blame, cynicism, and defeatism take over. Positive thinking helps mitigate these negative patterns, fostering a sense of collective responsibility, mutual support, and resilience in the face of challenges. Beyond that, optimism spreads beyond direct interactions. It often influences the broader organizational culture. In businesses where positive leadership is the norm, this culture of optimism becomes ingrained. Teams are empowered to innovate, fail forward, and collaborate, knowing they have a shared belief that success is possible. In such environments, employees feel valued, motivated, and confident in their ability to contribute. The ripple effect grows exponentially as more and more people adopt that culture of positivity and creativity. A fascinating study conducted by researchers at the University of California revealed that emotions can spread like a virus. Positivity can ripple through social networks, influencing friends, family, and even distant acquaintances. When one person's mood improves, it can lead to others in their social network experiencing a boost in mood as well. Optimism increases social bonds, helping to foster cooperation, teamwork, and better communication. In this way, your positive attitude can reach far beyond just those in your immediate environment. It can create a community-wide impact, improving the well-being and success of an entire group. The ripple effect of positivity also extends to our health and well-being. Research has shown that people who adopt positive thinking tend to have lower stress levels, stronger immune systems, and better overall physical and mental health. Positivity fosters resilience, helping individuals cope better with life's inevitable challenges, whether they're personal or professional. And when people in our social circles adopt a similar mindset, this collective positivity can lead to a greater sense of well-being and fulfillment for everyone involved. This sense of shared optimism can transform communities, workplaces, and families, leading to stronger, more connected, and more resilient groups. So when you choose to cultivate positivity in your life, remember that it's not just benefiting you. You are creating a ripple that spreads far and wide, reaching others and inspiring them to take on challenges with confidence and optimism. Your belief in the possible fuels the potential in others, helping them to see solutions where they once saw problems and encouraging them to keep moving forward in their own journeys. One of the most profound benefits of a positive mindset is its ability to strengthen relationships, whether in our personal lives or in professional settings. Positivity is the glue that binds people together, creating an atmosphere of trust, collaboration, and mutual support. When we approach our interactions with an optimistic attitude, we not only improve our own experience, but also create a more harmonious environment where others feel safe, valued, and motivated to engage. At the heart of any strong relationship, whether between friends, family members, or colleagues, is trust. Positivity fosters trust by encouraging open communication, empathy, and understanding. When people approach each other with optimism, they are more likely to assume the best intentions in others. Instead of jumping to conclusions or assuming negative motives, they give each other the benefit of the doubt. This approach reduces misunderstandings and conflicts, creating a foundation of mutual respect. For instance, in a romantic relationship, when one partner is feeling stressed or frustrated, a positive, supportive attitude from the other can make all the difference. Instead of responding with frustration, anger, or defensiveness, the partner can offer encouragement, empathy, and reassurance. This creates a sense of safety and understanding that strengthens the bond. Rather than letting small issues snowball into bigger problems, positivity helps partners approach challenges with a solution-oriented mindset, turning potential conflicts into opportunities for growth. In the workplace, the power of positivity in building relationships is equally significant. A leader who leads with optimism and encouragement creates a work culture where team members feel supported and valued. When team members feel that their contributions are appreciated, they are more likely to engage fully, share ideas, and collaborate effectively. This leads to higher levels of productivity and innovation as the team works together toward common goals. Moreover, a positive mindset promotes active listening. When you approach conversations with optimism, you are more likely to listen with empathy and understand the perspectives of others, which builds trust and rapport. In contrast, a negative or critical mindset often leads to defensiveness, misunderstanding, and conflict. When you maintain a positive attitude, you are open to seeing things from the other person's point of view, which helps to resolve disagreements more easily and strengthens the emotional bond between individuals. Consider the example of mentorship in the workplace. A mentor who maintains a positive, encouraging attitude can have a transformative effect on their mentee's career and personal development. Positivity in mentorship creates an environment where the mentee feels safe to take risks, ask questions, and make mistakes without fear of judgment. This builds confidence and motivates the mentee to push through challenges and grow. The trust that develops between mentor and mentee encourages an open, collaborative relationship that benefits both parties, as the mentor feels pride in seeing their mentee succeed, and the mentee benefits from the guidance and encouragement. In families, positivity plays a crucial role in building stronger relationships by creating a supportive atmosphere where each member feels heard and valued. Positive reinforcement, whether it's praising a child for their efforts or showing appreciation to a spouse for their contributions, helps to nurture self-esteem and emotional connection. In contrast, negative patterns like criticism, blame, or neglect can create rifts and feelings of resentment. Families that practice positivity and encourage each other create an environment of love and mutual respect, which helps everyone feel more secure and confident. This, in turn, promotes healthy emotional expression, conflict resolution, and a sense of belonging. One area where positivity can make an especially powerful impact is in difficult conversations. Whether it's addressing a sensitive issue with a friend, resolving a conflict with a colleague, or discussing a challenging subject with a family member, positive communication plays a critical role in achieving resolution. A positive mindset encourages compassionate language, patience, and a willingness to work toward a mutual understanding. For example, if a colleague makes a mistake that impacts a project, responding with a positive, solution-oriented mindset can turn the situation into a learning experience for both parties. Instead of focusing on blame, The conversation can shift to how to address the issue and prevent similar challenges in the future. This not only resolves the immediate problem, but also strengthens the professional relationship by demonstrating that the focus is on growth and improvement, not on assigning fault. Similarly, in personal relationships, when faced with a disagreement, a positive mindset helps people remain open and calm. Instead of escalating the tension, positivity invites a more collaborative approach to conflict resolution. It's the difference between saying we need to fix this together rather than you always do this, and it's your fault in this way. Positivity helps turn challenging conversations into opportunities to deepen understanding and foster stronger connections. A positive mindset is also essential in fostering collaboration and effective teamwork. In any group setting, people bring different perspectives, ideas, and working styles to the table. A positive attitude helps to embrace these differences and leverage them to achieve a common goal. Rather than viewing differing opinions as obstacles, positive individuals approach them as opportunities for growth and innovation. In a team project, for example, when one person encounters a problem or setback, a positive collaborative team environment encourages others to offer helpful suggestions, emotional support, and creative solutions. Positivity encourages a non-judgmental atmosphere where everyone feels safe to share ideas without fear of ridicule or rejection. This type of environment makes it easier for individuals to work through challenges together and produce high-quality results that benefit the entire team. The impact of positivity in relationships isn't limited to short-term interactions. It has lasting effects that build long-term, sustainable connections. In both personal and professional contexts, positive thinking fosters loyalty, appreciation, and a shared sense of purpose. People are more likely to stay committed to relationships, whether romantic, familial, or professional, when they feel consistently supported and encouraged. Positivity strengthens emotional bonds by reinforcing trust, mutual respect, and shared goals. Over time, these positive interactions accumulate, building a strong foundation that can weather future challenges. Furthermore, positive relationships are often more resilient in the face of adversity. When challenges arise, people who have cultivated strong, positive connections are more likely to support each other rather than pulling away. This sense of shared strength makes it easier to navigate difficulties, whether they are personal setbacks or external crises, and helps relationships thrive even in tough times. Ultimately, positivity is a powerful force that doesn't just benefit the individual but enhances the quality of all the relationships we have. By approaching others with optimism, kindness, and a focus on growth and support, we create an environment where trust, collaboration, and mutual respect can flourish. Whether in personal relationships, professional settings, or community interactions, a positive mindset fosters deeper connections, greater cooperation, and a more fulfilling, supportive environment for everyone involved. When we build our relationships on the foundation of positivity, we cultivate bonds that are not only more resilient but also more meaningful. And in doing so, we create a world where collaboration, understanding, and mutual support are the norms, ultimately leading to stronger communities and more fulfilling lives. The truth is, the future you desire begins with the thoughts you choose today. What you think, how you think, and what you focus on shapes your reality both now and in the future. Our thoughts are incredibly powerful, and they set the course for our actions, decisions, and ultimately, the life we create. Positive thinking isn't just about seeing the glass half full or staying optimistic in the face of adversity. It's about realizing that your thoughts are the foundation upon which you can build the life you envision. When you consistently choose positive thoughts, you are essentially programming your mind for success. You are setting a clear, empowering vision of the future, and in doing so, you are taking the first step toward making that vision a reality. You see, thoughts are the seeds of all action. When you believe in your ability to succeed, when you envision your desired future clearly in your mind, you start to take the actions necessary to bring it to life. But this starts with the decision to think positively and to see opportunity instead of obstacles, solutions instead of problems, and potential instead of limitation. Imagine a professional athlete training for the Olympics. Every day they must believe in their ability to perform at the highest level, even before the physical work begins. Before they step onto the track, the court, or the field, they first mentally prepare themselves. They visualize their performance, they see themselves overcoming challenges, and they think about crossing the finish line or hitting the game-winning shot. This mental rehearsal helps them manifest their desired outcome. In the same way, you can mentally rehearse the life you want to create, and those mental images will guide your daily actions. The mind is a powerful tool, and it responds to the messages you send it. If you constantly think, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, or I'll never succeed, your actions will align with those negative beliefs. On the other hand, when you think, I can do this, I have the skills and ability to succeed, or I am worthy of my goals, your mind begins to look for ways to make those thoughts a reality. Positive thinking helps you reframe your reality and allows you to overcome obstacles by focusing on your strengths, not your weaknesses. One of the most powerful tools for shaping your future through positive thinking is visualization. Visualization is the practice of vividly imagining the outcome you want. Athletes, leaders, and high achievers in many fields use visualization to prepare themselves for success. The idea is that when you picture yourself achieving your goals, you begin to align your thoughts, energy, and actions with the person you want to become. But visualization isn't just about imagining the end result, it's about creating a mental roadmap for the steps you need to take to get there. When you see yourself in your mind's eye achieving success, whether it's landing that dream job, building a successful business, or creating a life filled with joy and fulfillment, you begin to act as though that future is already unfolding. You begin to make decisions today that align with that future version of yourself. Think about how successful entrepreneurs visualize their business success. Before they even launch their companies, many entrepreneurs picture the impact they want to make, the customer base they want to build, and the challenges they will overcome. Their thoughts fuel their actions. They may take the steps to develop a business plan, seek investment, or launch marketing campaigns, all because they first created the vision in their minds. A key part of shaping your future with positive thinking is recognizing that big dreams are achieved by taking small, consistent steps. It's easy to become overwhelmed by the grand vision of the life you want to create. But remember, no mountain is climbed in one leap. It is the consistent, positive actions you take today, guided by the thoughts you choose, that will eventually lead you to your desired future. Every day you have the opportunity to make choices that align with the future you want. Whether it's choosing to learn something new, taking care of your health, or building relationships that support your growth, each small action counts. When your thoughts are aligned with your goals, every decision you make propels you toward them. And over time, these incremental steps accumulate, creating momentum and progress. This is especially important when setbacks arise. Negative thoughts might creep in, telling you that your goals are too far out of reach, that you're not making enough progress, or that success is impossible. But positive thinking helps you to persevere through adversity, reminding you that even small progress is still progress. Every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. Positive thinking helps you reframe the journey, seeing obstacles as part of the process rather than barriers to success. Belief is the bridge between your thoughts and your future. When you believe that your goals are attainable, you are more likely to act in ways that bring them to fruition. Belief in yourself is critical to shaping the life you desire. Without belief, there's hesitation. With belief, there's action. Consider the impact of belief on decision-making. When you truly believe that you are capable of achieving something, you will make bold, confident decisions. You'll be willing to take risks, stretch beyond your comfort zone, and invest in yourself. When your belief is strong, you'll be able to bounce back from failures, learn from them, and keep moving forward toward your vision. Belief transforms thoughts into reality because it directly influences the choices you make and the energy you bring to every task. Positive thinking doesn't mean ignoring doubt or fear, it means choosing to act despite them. Fear and doubt are natural parts of the human experience, and they can often be the voices that hold us back. However, when you choose to focus on the possibilities rather than the risks, you begin to diminish the power of fear. By focusing on solutions instead of problems, and by reminding yourself that you are capable of handling challenges, you start to see that fear is just a feeling, not a permanent roadblock. Positive thinking empowers you to face those fears head on and to take the necessary steps toward the future you want to create, even when the path seems uncertain. When you encounter self-doubt, shift your focus to what you have already achieved, the strengths you bring and the progress you've made. Trust that you are capable and allow that confidence to carry you forward. Over time, as you see that you can overcome fear, you begin to build resilience and confidence, reinforcing the positive thoughts that guide you toward your goals. At the end of the day, the future you desire isn't something that just happens to you, it's something that you create. The life you envision begins in your mind. Positive thinking empowers you to envision a better future, to trust in your ability to shape it, and to take the necessary actions to bring it to life. Every positive thought, every empowering belief, and every small step you take today builds the foundation for a future that reflects your highest potential. When you believe in the power of your thoughts and choose to align them with your desires, you are taking control of your destiny. Your future is not something that's out of your hands, it's something that begins right now, with the thoughts you choose to believe in. So dream big, believe in yourself, and remember that every small step forward is a step closer to the life you've always wanted to create. The future you desire is yours to shape with every thought, every decision, and every action you take. The future you desire is yours to shape with every thought, every decision, and every action you take.